Hi, I'm Stanley Goldberg. What you're about to see is the culmination of the last 4 months of my work. This all began when I first read about a young new talent in the art world. His name is Stephen Cooper. The ensuing scenes chronicle the life of this up-and-coming artist as he strives to further develop his already distinctive style. Hopefully he'll be home today. It'll be bad timing. Stephen? Stephen, you home? Stephen Cooper. Stephen Cooper?
It's me.
Stanley Goldberg. Remember me?
No.
Talked on the phone a couple days before. I'm a filmmaker. Well, I'd like to put you in my documentary. Would you be interested?
Sure.
Alright. Do you want to clean up before we start shooting?
No, I'm fine.
Alright. You mind if we come in?
No, come on in.
This way, guys.
What's particularly interesting to me is how each person is different. There's always some way in which once you ask enough questions or see enough work or develop work, there's always something different and something unique. And when that unique quality and that unique take on that person's way of looking at things, way of looking at life, when that emerges, it becomes very fascinating. There was a student I had named Stephen, just had this amazing ability to focus on work, focus on what he was doing no matter what happened around him. He could focus on what he wanted to do, and he could capture in a very expressive way the images of each person that modeled for him.
Do you want to give us a tour before we get started here?
The kitchen and living room's over there.
Yeah.
Although I don't want to like define my life by like what I live in, you know?
I know exactly what you mean, Steve.
Do you?
I do.
People, they don't understand when I say stuff like that because I live in like the universe, you know? Not like any house or anything.
Yeah. It's an interesting theory.
Yeah. So you hungry? I mean, you want some breakfast? I guess some cereal.
Breakfast? It's 2:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What time do you think it was?
Oh, I thought it was like 9 o'clock maybe.
No, it's closer to 2:30.
Oh.
It's alright.
Really?
Well, you know what they say, that breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Art is the most important meal of my day. I mean, food is just something that I do, you know? It's not like focus or anything.
Yeah.
Art is what I focus on. It's something that I create, you know? I mean...
Spoken like a true craftsman.
Yeah. I don't get that from many people.
You gonna need a bowl?
Bowls?
Yeah.
Bowls and spoons, it's like the chains of society, you know? I don't want to conform. I just want to create.
Ah.
That's what I do.
Interesting. Alright, how about you clean that up? I see there's a bunch of stains all over the floor.
Oh, you see, like...
I can see him moving. That's kind of cool. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I could get, like, see that? That's,
Yeah.
like, you know, put this on canvas.
That's looking good. Looking good, Steven.
Yeah, I need some paint or something, I mean...
But let's worry about the paint later. How about a studio? Where does the master do his work?
I'll show you my studio. Come with. This, out here, this is my studio.
So your name is Stephen Cooper?
No. My name is Stephen Cooper, but my name is Aubergine.
Aubergine? That's a pretty obscure name. How'd you get this?
Well, you see, I was walking in the woods, and I saw this fox stalking this bird, and the fox was following the bird like he wanted to eat it, you know, and the bird hopped up to me and said, "Aubergine," and then he flew away, and I just knew that the bird was speaking to me, you know, and I knew that this was going to be my name.
So you really believed that there was a bird that was talking to you?
He didn't talk to me. He spoke to me.
What was it like growing up with Aubergine?
Very interesting. I mean, we were kids and all, so I kind of took what he did for granted. He would always paint and draw every chance he got.
Was Aubergine a social kid? Did he make friends easily?
No, not really. I mean, it's not like he was sad or anything. It's just he liked his own company.
Do you think he'll be successful?
Well, yeah. I mean, well, I hope so. He doesn't really know how to do anything else.
I see a beauty in just ordinary things, and I put it all together, and it's just beautiful.
And what do you call this great work of art sitting behind you?
I call it Symphony 95.
5. Well, how about that? I saw you just putting together some plates. What would you call those?
This is what I'm talking about. In the last few minutes, I've created yet something else out of something ordinary. I call this Symphony 96.
So earlier you mentioned you were applying for art school. Where did you apply?
So, Swinster? I don't know.
Oh, the South Winds Academy of Art.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Wow, that's a pretty renowned school. Yeah, from what I hear, it's one of the leading schools in the country.
Oh.
It's very competitive. What do you think your chances of getting in are?
I'll get in.
Steven.
Aubergine.
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 Aubergine? How did you become attracted to South Winds?
Well, you see, I was walking, trying to get the art in my head, and I saw the sign that said South Winds Art Academy, and at the same time, this wind from the south came and pushed me towards it, and I just saw it as a sign, not the real sign, but as a sign for me to come here.
What do you think that you'll bring to South Winds that's just you and unique?
I think my perspective on things. I mean, I see beauty in everything around us, and it just comes together as art, and I create it. This picture, in it I see happiness and joyfulness overcoming conformity and sadness in today's society.
That's interesting. I just see my kids.
Well, it's tragic that some people just can't see that, and that's my role, is to bring it together into art and show that to the world.
Really? What distinguishes your art from the art of others?
Again, it's my unique perspective on things.
Is there a common theme for your art?
I think the world is a theme for my art.
Could you be a little more specific?
Well, not the world, but the universe and all of its dimensions.
Okay, so I think that about wraps it up. Thanks for coming, and that was very eye-opening.
You're welcome, and I'm glad that you can see now.
What do you think of Aubergine?
Well, it was interesting. I've never really had an interviewee quite like him before. As I was flipping through his portfolio, I couldn't really tell if there was real talent there or if his work was just a bunch of accidents all thrown together.
Do you think that this interview helped to paint a better picture of Aubergine?
Yes, I think so. I got to see who he really was. It was a unique experience.
After talking to the interviewer, I spoke to Aubergine about how he felt things went. He was in good spirits. He told me, "I think I'll get in." The only way to find out how it really went was to wait the 4 weeks until he heard back from South Winds. But when it finally arrived, his reaction was astonishing. I'm pretty sure it's been made clear that Aubergine, despite his confidence, was not accepted into the South Wind's Art Academy. After his destructive outburst, Aubergine became incredibly confrontational and aggressive. It was for this reason that production on the film had to be halted. For a time, I was unable to contact Aubergine. It wasn't until a month ago that I saw he was to have a gallery opening. Curious, I decided to check up on him.
Hi.
Aubergine, how you doing?
It's Steven now.
It's Steven?
Steven.
Oh, alright. I heard you were having an art gallery. I figured I'd stop by and see how it was going.
Yes, come. This is my art gallery.
Okay, so Steven, it's been 3 months since we last spoke. What have you been up to?
Well, you see, 3 months ago I hit this very rough patch and I obviously wasn't very happy. But I started going down this new path and my perception of everything just changed. I realized that maybe the beauty in things doesn't have to be a mystery. It doesn't have to be so hidden or profound. Something existing can be beautiful just by the fact that it is.
What sparked this revelation?
My rejection letter. I went through a very rough time. But I came out of this and now I'm going down a very new path. And I realized now that I can take this inspiration and show it to the world through my new art gallery.
What do you plan on doing in the future?
Well, I'm not sure. But I shall always be inspired and I shall always create art. For now, I'm just an artist.